Alright guys, this is the well, not my very first look, but the first look I'm giving you guys of the Royal Ones. Now, first off, I took the paper out of the box. I usually just get rid of that anyway, so don't trip on that. And if you are wondering, here is my Footlocker receipt. And yes, retail was $160, but I was able to get the military, so I got them for $128 plus tax, so $137 was the total. So here's a legit receipt and everything. Even got, you know, my rewards on the bottom and whatnot, so no fugazis here. Now, the first thing I want to look at is the bag, because there has been discrepancies between people getting shoes like this, where it's like spiral and it's put in here, others getting them kind of twisted up in knots and put in here. Other people just have theirs just thrown in the bag. So people have been complaining about quality control issues there. So just so you can see, this pair comes like this. I have a second pair coming, so I'm going to do a comparison between those two, but here's pair number one from Footlocker. I do have tumbled leather on my swoosh. I'm trying to get a good angle. I don't think it's on this one as much. So let me turn it on to this side. This one not as much, but this one here, you can kind of see it on there. It's really not. It's not all that. You know what I mean? It's not as smooth as the other one, but you can definitely tell it is supposed to be tumbled on the swoosh. This back here looks great. So you can see it's got a little bit of tumble on that one, but if you come back to this one, it's pretty smooth. You know what I mean? So that right there kind of bothers me a little bit. Let's move on to the toe boxes. So this is the right shoe right here, and you can see it's kind of tumbled. The quality on it is nice. It's soft and supple. Let me go to this one. Feels the same, so no difference on that. Let me see if I can notice anything else on this shoe that might give me. Not a fan of the white insole, I'll be honest. That's something I'm not a fan of. But at the end of the day, it's not really going to matter too much after I wear them. Just off first looks, I'm like, nah, that's not cool. But once I start wearing them, I'm going to get over it, because I'm not too worried about the insole, to be real. But yeah, man, so first thoughts, they are very nice. They do remind me of the Bred ones. Alright, y'all, so I had to pull them out. As you guys already saw, Royal ones here. Got the Bred ones in the middle. And just for conversation, you know, I pulled out the shattered backboards because these tend to be like the benchmark for one quality for whatever reason. These are like the ones everyone's like, oh shit, well, how do they hold up to shattered? So put those in there. But let's just focus on these two joints for right now. And as you can see on the Bred one, you have that very, very nice tumbled leather there. You can just tell by looking at it, the side is super soft. So here's the Bred one right here. Like I said, the tumbled leather, it's just all over, and it's on both sides of the swoosh. So here's the inner, here's the outer of the swoosh. You see that tumbled leather. Moving on to the new ones, the let me use this shoe right here. These are the Royal One 2017. You have like the baby tumble leather. Like from afar, it kind of looks like just smooth leather. You move into it, and you can definitely see it's got those baby tumbles in there. The side is nice, but it's not quite as nice. It's not quite as soft. It's a little bit more stiff than the 2016 Bred ones. Moving on to the toe box, quick toe box comparison. And I don't even have to zoom in. You can definitely see the difference. Now, I know these have been worn, but still, you can just look and see that it's not as soft, you know. Granted, when I push down, you can see that the tumble shows a lot more. So I think once I wear these and break them in, it'll show more like this. But just off feels, the Bred one is a softer leather than the Royal one is. Now let's move on to the sides. And once again, you can see that, you know, that difference in the tumbled leather. This is the Bred one right here on the inner. You see how it's all nice and tumbled, even up top right here by the heel. All nice. You come to this one, and it's not really much on the swoosh. You see, like I said, like barely tumbled, like they just tried to make it tumble, but not quite. And then up here, it's nice and it's soft and smooth, but it's not as nice as this. And one thing I like about these ones, you can see up here, it's kind of frayed a little bit. You know what I mean? It gives that extra bit of detail. These ones, they're done a little bit cleaner, but they just don't look as tumbled as dope to me. Now, like I said, I have worn these, so wear isn't always a thing, because when I first got these, it was kind of like this on the edges and everything, which was okay with me because it gave the shoe more character, in my opinion. But there is a difference there. Now, if we move on to the tongue, it's going to be the same tongue. Here's the Bred one with the Nike Air right there. Same thing on the Royal one, so no huge change there. The inside, as you guys know, because these are the band ones, they do have that date right there. The Royal ones don't have the same significance, so no date. But the insoles still are all white, so no change there, as well as the back of the tongue. Moving on to the back, you can still see on the Bred one, you got that nice tumble up there. Here, not so much. It's like they wanted to make it tumble, but they didn't actually commit all the way, which kind of sucks. But at the same time, like, to be real, I'm just glad I got a Royal one, because my 2013s are trash, so I'm honestly not too hurt about it. But here is just a really quick side-by-side. The Bred ones have a lot more detail, a lot more character, although they are worn, but still I'm just talking about specifically the tumbled leather points as far as these ones, because they're just not as tumbled. And even on, like, I think it was this shoe here, on this side it's not really tumbled at all. Then you come over here and it's got like baby tumble, so there's really no consistency in the shoe itself, and that's amongst the same damn pair. You know, we're just talking about the left and the right shoe, and there's obviously some discrepancies, which kind of sucks on that shoe. So that's definitely a Nike control, a quality control issue. So, you know, one thing I think is because they pumped out so many pairs, it could simply be that, you know, they had to go to different factories and have different factories make the shoe. So although it's the same shoe, the same mold, you know, materials may or may not have lacked in certain areas. You know, quality control might not have been good in certain factories. Like I said, I do have a second pair of these coming, and I will do a side-by-side between those two. It's going to be a brief video, but let's just compare, you know, we're going to move you guys out so you guys don't get embarrassed. We're going to put these with the Bred ones, and you can see the sides are just that very, very dope, soft, plush, tumbled leather. Here you're going to get that smooth leather, but it's still very soft, very nice. Not as good as these though, of course. Move them on to the toe box. They almost mirrored the tumbled leather on the toe box of the Bred ones, like they did the shattered backboards. They almost mirrored it onto these ones. Granted, I have worn these a shit ton of times. No lie, there was a point where these are my everyday shoes. I'm talking to work, to trips. Like, I wore these, like there was a week where I wore these for like 7 days straight. I'm talking a work week, of course. So I mean, like, from both jobs, wearing them back to back to back, they were just dope and they were super comfortable. On these ones, you do have that shattered backboard insole, so there's totally different vibe on those. Moving along to the outside, so on this one, you don't really have a tumbled leather. You have kind of like, this reminded me of like a basketball. Like, if you've seen the basketball, the dots on the basketball, that's what this looks like right here. And then on here they went with the tumbled leather. So just a really quick look between these two. These ones aren't really even part of the video. I just kind of wanted to bring them out because you guys know, like I said, they are the benchmark. But the quality on these are top notch. These are right behind them. And it sucks to say, but the Royal ones don't really, after looking at them side by side, I do agree with some people, they are a notch below the Bred ones. These ones are. So in my opinion, I would say that they kind of fell off a little bit from the Bred ones. I don't know if they were trying to, you know, just kind of create like a different identity for each shoe. So that way people weren't like, oh, they gave us the same shoe, just different color. I don't know if that was it or if it's just poor quality control. But, you know, at the end of the day, I'm happy I got them. It's definitely kind of shitty that you didn't get the same quality as you got on these ones, let alone these. But, you know, it was a GR. I'm happy I got them. I got that discount, so I'm definitely not going to complain about that. But yeah, man, I just want to give you guys my quick thoughts on the 2017 Royal ones. Hope you got your pair. If not, just relax and chill. I'm sure you'll find them. People are selling them for $300 yesterday, and today they've dropped to like $275, $250. So give it some time, man. It seems like everybody who wanted these was able to cop, and people who were trying to flip them were able to get like multiple pairs. So there's plenty of pairs out there, man. Just be patient. Hopefully you've been able to put footwork in the past and you've been able to hook somebody up and you can get your pair for a hookup. But if not, you know, hopefully the shoe guys bless you. But anyway, your boy DaygoSole, thank you guys for watching, and I am out until the next one. Peace.